everyone! In this Inside Kairos video tutorial, we are going to explore how transitions can be manipulated and combined with the same ease as images or recorded clips. This function allows to program various transitions on a single button, aiming to create complex designs in an easy way. Helge, could you please explain how does this work?
Yes, on Kairos, transitions are represented in a graphical style where it allows me to have multiple effects combined in a single button. Where it allows me also to manipulate length, offset and timing of a transition in a more graphical manner. But let's have a look in the GUI. Before we start, let's see the concept of transitions in general, which is principally a look-ahead principle, what we're doing in transitions in general. So I prepared a layer with a name called OTS over-the-shoulder box. And in here I will enable the layer and select a clip layer into it as a source. Go into my transforms, enable the transforms and position it over the shoulder, look like that. Easy. Now, when I look into the control panel here in my GUI over here, you see my next transition is actually affecting only the background. So in my preview monitor, you will see as soon as I now move the fader arm or hit the cut or auto button, that is my resulting output into main. So dragging the fader and you see just this is going to happen. So that's what the look ahead preview is all about. Now, in my scene over here, when looking at the OTS, and you see there's a small FX symbol, which is indicating that my transforms are active, saying now I want to put another effect to it. Actually not an effect, it's an advanced setting, saying rather than using dissolve enable, I will now enable my preset bus. And now you see, I see a preset bus also on the layer, which is unique for the switcher. Now you see also a small little indicated symbol over here saying this magenta style AB, telling me, okay, AB is enabled. Okay, let's have a look then in my transitions. That's the layout of my transition. I'm on my main, and you see that's my AB for the background. And now, since I enabled the preset bus, I see also this AB appearing in my over-the-shoulder box. At this moment, you see there's my mix over here, which is only an on-off transition. And I have two categories of transition types. I have so-called AB transitions and the on-off transitions. Now saying instead of doing a mix, I want to do an AB wipe. Let's do a circle wipe type of thing over here. And as soon as I hit the auto trans for this layer, you're going to see that this is appearing straight in my main output. But what if I now go into my control segment again and say my next transition is not a background anymore. My next transition should be the cross transition, which I've labeled onto my transition element. That is my transition for this over the shoulder box 1. That's an AB and that's an on-off. That's where the label comes from. Go into the control panel again, you see that's cross, that's the on-off. So my next transition bit is setting on to cross. And now you see the resulting output on my look ahead preview, saying when I now use the lever arm, so we'll do the transition only in the box, like that. And previewed in look ahead style. I can even say I want to have the background and the next layer, and that is my resulting output. When I now use the cut or auto transition button, that's what's going to happen. And it's always a full look ahead preview on this. However though, I still can have coexisting transitions, like in this case, the AB transition style for the layer, as well as an on-off transition style over here, saying my next transition bit is over here, and I control this, so we'll dissolve on and off, like regularly on every other switcher, dissolving on and off that layer. Also the indication mark in here, when you see the red bar, so that's an on-air kind of tally information, and the other progress box over here, when I'm doing the progression with the fader arm, you see what is the progress in here.
How many transitions can be pre-programmed in advance?
I would say, one more time, unlimited. But even more, let's say, forget about this layer style at this moment, for instance, saying in this mix over here, I can simply also combine transitions. I don't have to live elementary only with a single mix transition. I can also say, with this mix, I also want to combine a wipe, if that makes sense or not, saying I'll take this circle wipe and drag this into the same transition. So when I have a circle wipe and a mix wipe, but running this effect now I can circle, wipe and transition at the same time. Yeah, all doable.
What about ReplayWipe?
Now, as you can see in my multi-view at this moment, see that RAM channel number 3, that is actually a clip which contains alpha already. I'm using that RAM player here just to visualize how the clip looks like. The beauty of Kairos in this respect is that I don't have to use a RAM channel in general. So once a clip is loaded into RAM, I can simply use that clip like any other regular source. Now go into my user transitions over here and I create a new effect, saying this new effect is a ReplayWipe. ReplayWipe, I call this Beast Energy in here, and I start editing this wipe. Going to edit, now asking me what is the fill signal for that. And now you see the system is offering me all the loaded RAM content to pick from. So I call this energy beam. And since I know that there's a key signal already contained within the fill, I don't have to specify the key signal any longer. Confirm this, okay, it's done. And now I want to take this energy beam into my background over here. Now let's say I want to start empty. So the very first thing is I'm doing a background mix transition. And on top of the mix transition, I want to put in my energy beam. So I simply drag this on top of that transition. So I see mix in the background, I see the energy beam appearing here. Now using my progress arm over here and run that transition, you see in my program how I'm affecting this. And you see I'm dragging this along and I'm not touching at all what happens in the RAM channel number 3. Now starting from scratch here, and you see I'm doing a mix transition all the time during that transition. But actually, when I want to start is when I'm covering my background entirely, which is somewhere over here. So probably here. Okay, here my mix should start. So I go into the mix bar, take my start point and drag it to the progress of my transition. Now continuing with this fader until that thing is releasing the background, so probably somewhere over here. And that should be my end position of the mix. Now going to start, run the transition. Ta-da! That's it.
This is amazing. Thank you very much for the demonstration and see you in the next episode.
Thank you.